A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen all over the world. It depends on the time zone of the country where you are. It's your friend Royal Mark. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Today we are going to talk about our liver. What signs, what symptoms do you look at to know that your liver is having a problem? First of all, what is the function of the liver? Our liver acts as a filter for toxins out of the body. So whatever toxin you have in the body is being filtered by the liver. And the other is, did you know that the liver is the one that produces bile? The one that colors your stool or your feces? So bile is being produced by the liver and stored into the gallbladder. And still the same bile helps us to in fat emulsification and also on the cut down of cholesterol. The other function of the liver, it is also helping us in building energy levels or increasing energy levels. How does it do it? It stores excess glucose into glycogen and to produce this glycogen into glucose in the times when you have less amounts of glucose in the body. And also the liver, little did you know, it also helps us in resisting infections from attacking our body. However, what are some of the causes of liver damage or liver injury? Number one is medications. You who take paracetamol more oftenly, you are injuring or you're damaging your liver. Too much alcohol consumption can also affect our liver. And then viral infections is HIV. In particular, let's talk about HIV can also affect your liver. And then lastly, unhealthy diet. People who eat a lot of spiced foods, people who eat a lot of piri or what we call kamlari in the my local language of Uganda, in Uganda. Also, people who are eating a lot of fats, you are also affecting your liver. This is why when you go to the hospital, they will tell you you're having a fatty liver. When you look into this, you will know that maybe this is why I'm having this problem. And then lastly, let me also talk about obesity. Obesity, if your BMI is higher than 25, my dear, my friend, you are affecting your liver in one way or the other. Now, what are some of the signs and symptoms you look at to know that maybe you have a liver problem? Number one, jaundice. Someone is asking me what is jaundice. Jaundice is yellowing of the skin. Your eyes become yellow, most especially the sclera, this one which I'm touching. Also sometimes the white of the eye, what we call the conjunctiva, also turns into yellow. Your eyes, your face can also turn into yellow. Your fingers can also turn into yellow. And then your nails can also turn into yellow. Why do they turn into yellow? Remember the breakdown of red blood cells. The byproduct is bilirubin. This bilirubin, a normal liver has to capture this bilirubin and turn it into bile. But if your liver is diseased, remember we've talked about causes that can bring about a damaged liver. If it is diseased, it will not turn this bile into, this bilirubin into bile. So as a result, this bilirubin is going to escape onto your skin, and when it escapes into the skin, it will turn into yellow. Your eyes will turn into yellow, most especially the sclera, the face, the fingernails, and other body parts. The other sign we look at is loss of appetite. This is one of the signs we look at in people who have liver injury, liver damage, or liver disease. There are some other things that can cause loss of appetite. But if it is too much, then no, my liver could be having a problem. Some of you even, you tend to take medicines like cyproheptadine and the others to help you get appetite, and they refuse. My dear, go and do a liver function test. You never know, your liver has a problem. The other sign I want us to talk about is confusion. I've just discussed to you that the liver is number one in helping us to take out toxins out of the body. If the liver is damaged or if the liver is diseased, these toxins will not be taken out by the liver. They are going to remain in blood. And in blood supply to the brain, these toxins are going to be taken to the brain. And in so doing, they are going to cause a condition we call brain encephalopathy, or inflammation of the brain tissue. And as a result, you're going to begin getting confused. You don't remember what you've just done. Sometimes you hold the key in your hand and begin looking for the key. You're confused. You begin getting loss of memory, short term and long term. It's because your liver has a problem. So when you begin getting confusion in recent episodes or oftenly, please go and test your liver. You never know, it could be the one that is getting problems. And then the other point I would like also to talk about is frequent nausea and vomiting. Remember, when there liver has problems in removing toxins from your body, these toxins are going to be too much and are going to trigger some areas of your brain, and hence leading to problems of nausea and vomiting. Remember, there are so many things still that can cause nausea and vomiting. Malaria itself, a UTI, pregnancy, most especially first trimester. Remember, there's what we call hyperemesis gravidarum. But if you are not having these conditions, the doctors have tested each and every parameter and it is very normal. My dear, now test for the liver. It could be having problems, and this is why you're having frequent episodes of nausea and vomiting. The other point I would like to talk about, and maybe our last point, is increased tendency of bleeding. This bleeding can come from different areas. You can bleed from your stomach. And how do we know you're bleeding from your stomach? When you vomit blood, what we call hematemesis scientifically. Or you can also bleed from your lungs, what we call hemoptysis. When you cough, you begin coughing out blood. That is what we call hemoptysis scientifically. You never know, your lung could be having a problem. Remember, the liver that is normal produces clotting factors. Most especially these clotting factors are in protein nature. They go into your blood when bleeding has started, and they produce clotting factors, and they stop bleeding from happening. But if your liver is being diseased, my dear friend, it will not produce these proteins that are going to help us in clotting the blood that is bleeding. These are some of the signs that we can look at if your liver is damaged or it is injured, and you get to know, maybe my liver has a problem. There could be others, but these that I've given you are some of the common or the major cardinal signs that we look at if your liver has a problem. A point to take home: stop taking alcohol if you want to have a normal or healthy liver. Stop taking too much of the medications, most especially paracetamol. It has been also discovered and found out that it is the #1 cause of liver diseases or liver injury. I love you so much, my friends. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, because still I'm bringing for you so much important topics still for you to listen to and learn. I love you so much. God bless you, and have a good evening, a good morning, or a good afternoon, depending on your time zone. Bye-bye.